Hello tubers, this is Brent. A while back I well, let's back up a bit. I got a debt with the ANZ Bank, and what I wanted to do, I had a while back, I had been thinking about the banking industry and all that sort of stuff and how it all works. And maybe one day I'll do a video on that, but for now, what I want to do is share with you some research I did, and that is about Promissory Note. And I was looking at a video from Michael Tellinger, and he was having an issue with the bank, and it ended up in court. And he was saying he heard that the prosecution for the bank, the prosecutor for the bank, said that the bank accepts promissory notes and bills of exchange as payment. So he investigated that and found that they do. So he issued a promissory note, or 4 of them actually, to cover up to 800,000 Rand, which is about, I think from his saying, is about 65,000 US dollars. So I started investigating myself as to the promissory note and everything, and there's actually promissory notes are actually governed by an act called the Bills of Exchange Act, and here in Australia it's the Bills of Exchange Act 1909, and that governs, well, covers bills of exchange and promissory notes. So, looking at different videos, reading different articles, looking at different people, what their opinions were and all that, there's quite a lot of information out there on the promissory note. Some are having some success with it, some are telling you can do this, and some are telling you can do that, but I don't really know. So what I've done is I've taken this this debt that I have with the ANZ, and decided to try a promissory note and see how it goes. So anyway, what I've done is I'm going to show you. I made up a promissory note. Now, a promissory note is it's actually something that you can make it yourself. It's like it's not like there's a a set way of doing it. There are certain things that you have to put on it. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to show you. This is the. Can you see that? Okay, so this is the promissory note that I made up. This is a blank one. Right, and as you can see, it's got what's required. And so what I'll do is that's the blank one, and this is one that I have, right, for the ANZ. And if you see up here, where are we? Got a pen here. We got where it was that I issued it, how much it's for, and like in numbers and writing. But up in here, you see there's a number, right? That number is just a number I made up. It's not like just whatever you can do, whatever you want to put there, you can. And if you look at like a $5 bill or a $20 bill, $10 bill, from that it's issued by your government, it's got a number on it. And I know the numbers on those bills are sequential, but this one here can be too. But anyway, so it's like a check number, okay? Underneath it's got the legal thing, like this is tendered under the terms and conditions, under the Bills of Exchange Act. Then down here it's got who, like me, my account number, and different, these things here. Well, then I've got the terms and conditions, and then a date and a signature. Okay, so that's that one there. Okay, and then so I took that down to the police station, and here's the one that okay, so it's pretty much the same, except I changed the issue date on it. But if you look there, we've got I took it into the police station, they stamped it, signed it, but just to witness my signature. That's all that was for. And this is actually a copy of the original, and I sent that to the ANZ Bank with here's the receipt for the postage, or this for registered mail, okay, and the receipt, $5.45 for the postage. And so anyway, that's that, and that's what it took. Now I just have to wait and see if they show up for the money. Excuse me, or I get a written response from them, whether or not they. And the only way that they would write to me would be if they don't accept it. But my thoughts are that they have to, and I was listening to an interview on this particular subject with a bank manager in the UK, and he stated that by law they have to accept it, but they may not accept it. At the end of the day, it's their discretion if they accept it or not. But by law they have to. So it's like a legal tender thing, based on the Legal Tender Act, the legal tender notes that you use, people have to accept that by law. Okay, by law I mean their law, their regulations, their act states that they have to. They have to accept that as payment. Right, so again, whether they do or not, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So hence the title of this is the Promissory Note. Will it work? But the other thing is, just go out and do it.